Oh yes, we're looking at Disc 17, Volume 2. This is one of my favourite demo discs. Released in July 1998 alongside issue 34 of the official UK PlayStation magazine. There are 8 playable demos, 1 net Yaroze game, and 1 video preview. There's some brilliant demos on here, so let's check them out. We start things off with a bang, literally, with Bomberman World. A classic and original game series, you play as the titular Bomberman, and you're tasked with blowing up the baddies in single player or the other Bombermen in multiplayer. While the gameplay is rather shallow, it is also highly addictive and replayable. Heck, I replayed this demo so much that when I finally got my hands on the full game, the first thing I did was recreate the demo level. Incidentally, the demo gives you 1 round in the classic deathmatch mode. Up to 5 players can join in on the demo, with computer opponents filling in empty slots.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 3 right.
Rallying across the world in a demo for Colin McRae Rally. This is the first ever game in the highly successful Colin McRae series for Codemasters that would eventually become their Dirt series. So how did the first entry in that series turn out? Not too bad, actually. Looking back, it's a novel game that's still fun to play. You drive a tuned drift car on various rally stages across the globe to see who can do the best time. with the ability to tweak your car between track groups. Every once in a while on your globe-trotting journey, you'll be challenged to a duel, where you'll have to race another car on a closed circuit. I find this game very enjoyable, but you do have to get used to driving on slippery terrain. The demo has you drive the Subaru Impreza on one of 3 stages, which the demo will pick at random. Now for the demo for Dead or Alive. It's all very well making racy double entendres until a game comes along that doesn't require them. It's all up there on the screen. Put simply, the developers wanted you to know that this game has jiggle physics and they're gonna put it to use. As for the rest of the game, it's yet another one-on-one fighting game with some interesting gimmicks, not counting the jiggle physics. One of them being if you knock your opponent off the arena, they explode and are sent skyward. Someone must have planted mines or something. The demo gives you 3 characters for 2 bouts. Now for a dungeon crawler, Deathtrap Dungeon. This game has an interesting inspiration. It's based on the book Deathtrap Dungeon by Ian Livingstone, a part of the Fighting Fantasy Adventure gamebook series. In the game, you are tasked by Baron Succumbit to explore a series of dungeons and overcome the obstacles within to find riches. I read the book growing up and it was a fun time. The game was also quite fun, giving you levels full of tricky puzzles to solve, a variety of creepy enemies to defeat, and dangerous traps to avoid. The demo gives you 1 level full of goblins to tackle. Here it is, the cover demo. Gran Turismo. This game was hyped up immensely back then, but with all the video previews, the reviews, and finally the demo itself. Touted as the real driving simulator, this game took the world by storm with its many licensed cars to drive. The full game had you purchase cars and win races with them to earn credits to buy better cars and tune them up to win harder races. Going back to the original game, it's much more novel now, yet there's something charming about it. The demo gives you 3 cars for 75 seconds of driving time on the Clubman stage. Barely enough to cover 1 lap. Keeping the action going with a demo for Klonoa. This cutesy 2.5D platformer from Namco as you control Klonoa as he tries to prevent his world from being engulfed in darkness. The gameplay involves you inflating your enemies, which you can then use to make your jump higher, or throw at other enemies or breakable objects. You'll come across many interesting characters on your quest, some friendly, some not so friendly. Because of the 2.5D, there'll be many points where the path splits, forcing you to choose a direction. Of course, you'll want to explore all ends to find any secrets. The demo gives you the first full level, right up to the first boss.
Gargle Leafy. Boa, jerk.
Right up that back. Got it? Diffy?
Gargalot. Embargaron to real world once. Telegrario. Vas, buqueado, abuelo once.
Got right at the right. Alright. But Wahoo! Oh, the temperature great. Let's get them out. Let's look at the boys. Shall we play again?
Based on the 1983 film of the same name, this is a demo for WarGames, an action strategy game. You play as either the advanced computer trying to start World War III, or the human resistance trying to stop it. You swap control between multiple vehicles, which you use to complete objectives, usually involving destroying the opposing team's forces. The demo had you play as the humans on one level, but with a 1-minute timer.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Gene Okerlund, and I'd like to welcome you to WCW Nitro.
You know, brother, you think you know what it takes to beat Hollywood Hogan? Once you climb in the ring and try out the largest arms in the world. Hollywood style.
You really think you're ready for this? You really think you're ready for the Scorpion Deathlock? You think you're ready for a fatal encounter?
The last demo on this disc is a questionable one. WCW Nitro from THQ, a wrestling game based on the now defunct franchise. Reviews praised the atmosphere and sizable roster, but criticised the poor frame rate and controls that are all over the place. The demo gives you an exhibition match between Hollywood Hogan and Sting.
Over the top rope! Powerbomb! Hogan wins!
The Yaroze game on this disc is Gravitation. Taking inspiration from games like Lunar Lander or Thrust, this is a crazy 1 or 2 player flying, floating and shooting race game. Get through the numbered gates as fast as possible. A surprisingly fun time for a free indie game. The video preview is for Circuit Breakers. There'll be lots to talk about this game on upcoming demo discs. And so we reach the end of disc 17. This is the start of a really great period of UK magazine demo discs. They even finally gave it its own unique background. There were some great demos on here and loads of them. On the next disc, I test out circuit breakers, cure some questionable ailments, and discover Colin McRae's competitor. I'll see you there.